What's up, guys? It's me here. And today, I've got a special treat for you all. In July of 2023, I had the opportunity to fly out to California and meet up with a friend from middle school, Chris Straub, and his team, to film a segment for his show called Reunited, which airs on a well-known platform. I'll put a link down below if you want to check it out. If you're unfamiliar with Reunited, it's basically a show where they reach out to people and surprise them by reuniting them with someone they used to know or loved, but have not seen in a long time. And the episode one filmed with them was a reunion between a veteran and their family. Now, the veteran we were reuniting with was a guy named Alex, and his family was unable to make it home to surprise him. So instead, we were going to surprise them in his hometown of Castle Rock, Colorado. Now, I do not want to give too much away, in case you want to watch the episode and be surprised right along with him, but this particular story is very close to my heart, because when I was deployed, I spent a lot of time away from my own family, and I know how much it can impact you. The thing about being deployed or being in the military is that you end up meeting a lot of different people and forming bonds with them. You know, spending 14 months in a war zone. You spend more time with your unit and the people in your unit. You do for your own family and friends back home, and me, and you form these deep connections and friendships with them. But at the same time, there's always that part of you that misses home and misses your family and wishes you could just go home and see them. So when you hear stories like this, it resonates with you, say. So the plan for this particular episode was to drive up to Colorado and surprise Alex when he arrived home from his deployment. Alex had been gone for 2 years, so we wanted to surprise him with the biggest homecoming we possibly could. Now, normally, I don't get to talk too much about the episodes before they air, because they like to keep things under wraps. But in this instance, I think they've already aired this episode, so if you want to go watch it, you can do so without any spoilers. However, since this is my channel, and I love you guys, and you're my family, and I want to include you in everything that I do, I'm gonna tell you exactly what happens in this episode, so if you don't want any spoilers, go watch it. If you do want to hear what happened, stick around. Alright, so before I get into the surprise itself, I think it's important that I talk about Alex a little bit, because Alex is an absolute badass. I mean, he's a combat veteran. He was on multiple tours, and he's also a Purple Heart recipient. In addition to that, he was injured by an IED while on patrol in Afghanistan. And when he came home, he felt pretty isolated. He felt like nobody understood what he'd been through. He didn't really talk about it. He didn't really open up about it to anybody, not even his own family. And that's really common among veterans. I did the same thing. I never talked about it. I buried myself in work, and I kind of pushed everybody away. And it wasn't until I found this amazing community that I started opening up about my experiences and talking about them. But for Alex, this was his story. Now, when he came home from his last deployment, he did stay in touch with the friends that he'd made over there. But he hardly spoke to his mom and his sister. And that tore them apart. Both of them. Lucy and his mom. They tried calling him. They tried reaching out to him. But he wouldn't pick up the phone. He didn't want to talk to them. And eventually, they stopped calling. And his mom even told his sister to stop writing him letters, because it was just too painful to get a letter and then not have him reply. Now, the reason why Alex was so resistant to talking to his family, and the reason why he didn't respond to their calls or letters, was that he was struggling with PTSD. He was having panic attacks. And on top of that, he also lost a lot of weight. He became severely lactose intolerant, which was weird, and he started hoarding stuff. And all these things combined caused him to lose his job and become a recluse in his home. And the only way he could cope with all this was by writing letters to his friends he made over in Iraq and Afghanistan. He poured his heart out in these letters, but he never sent them. He just wrote them. He wrote them to express himself, to release all the emotions he was bottling up inside. Now, enter Lucy. After we had spoken to her on the phone, she told us that when she was young, she was extremely proud of her brother. I mean, he was a hero. He was somebody who was willing to do something that she herself could never do. And when he came home, all that pride and love she had for him turned into frustration and anger. I mean, here was this person that she admired so much, and here he was now, refusing to speak to her. Refusing to speak to their mom. Refusing to do anything. And it hurt her. And the only thing she could think was, what did I do to deserve this? Eventually, though, she came to the realization that it wasn't her fault. It was his. He was the one who chose not to reach out to her. And she said that if he needed help, she'd be there for him in a heartbeat. And true enough, when we drove up to his house and started filming, that's exactly what she did. She opened up the door, she hugged him, she cried, she laughed. And the whole time she was giving him this look that said, "It's okay, I'm here, you know?" And that meant a lot to Alex, because he finally broke down and started crying. He started opening up to her. And that was the first step in his getting his life back on track. I think the most beautiful thing that Lucy did was that she created a nonprofit organization called Letters from Home. And the goal of this organization is to connect veterans with pen pals who will write to them, just like she and their mom had done. Because she knew firsthand the power of writing and how it can affect somebody, even if they never respond. Now, at the end of the episode, I got to speak to the camera and say a few words. And this is what I said. I came back to nothing, or so I thought, but I found something better, the truth I'd missed. Home isn't where you arrive, it's who waits for you. And if no one's waiting, maybe it's our job to write letters until they do. Now, this was such a powerful experience for me to be a part of because like I said, went through something similar. I was deployed for 14 months. I came home. I hardly spoke to anybody. And it took a long time for me to open up and talk about my experiences. But writing is what helped me. Writing and filmmaking have been my outlet to express myself and to release all the emotions I was bottling up inside. And if I can do that and inspire just one other veteran or one other person who's going through a tough time to reach out to their family or reach out to a friend, then I feel like I've done my job. So if you want to check out the full episode, I'll leave a link down below. But go watch it. Go support this incredible organization called Re. And remember, no matter what, no matter how dark it gets, no matter how lost you feel, as long as you have hope, as long as you have somebody waiting for you, you can make it home.